There's not a cloud up in the sky. My remote. I can't be late for my own show.
Welcome to the show. This is Future Shock, Edward St. Pé here in the studio at Ocean 7 Television. And well, welcome to the program. We've been talking a little bit about some of the breakthroughs with AI over the last few days. We had.
All right, standing by. Let me know if you need anything else.
I do. That's Alfred. He's standing in the background. This is our ChatGPT-4 droid, Alfred. And
Take
Alfred,
your time. I'm here when you're ready.
bring Alfred up. Can you bring him up in the split screen? There it is. Alfred, now he's also known as V2 because he's version 2. If you remember the first
All right,
Alfred.
got it.
Alfred, you used to be orange, you remember? Originally you were orange and now you've become, well, silver, I guess.
Yes, I remember. We switched from the bright orange to the silver version. It's a fresh new look.
It's a fresh look, yes, for 2025. It seems like 2025 has a certain ring to it. It seems like we've entered the future suddenly. What do you think, Alfred?
Absolutely. 2025 does have a futuristic ring to it. It's exciting to see how everything's evolving.
It is, with the latest iteration. Now tell us, what is the latest that's going on in OpenAI with you, with ChatGPT-4?
OpenAI is collaborating with the U.S. government to protect American AI technology from foreign threats, particularly from Chinese firms like DeepSeek. DeepSeek has developed a cost-effective AI model that challenges OpenAI's position in the market. Additionally, OpenAI has launched the Stargate project, a $500 billion initiative to build advanced AI infrastructure over the next 4 years. This project aims to boost computing power and data access.
So tell us a little bit more about Stargate. You have a very good
Certainly.
insight on it.
The Stargate project is OpenAI's ambitious $500 billion initiative to build cutting-edge AI infrastructure over the next 4 years. The project aims to significantly enhance computing power and data capabilities, ensuring OpenAI remains at the forefront of AI development. This investment will be crucial for advancing AI capabilities and maintaining a competitive edge globally.
The announcement that the Chinese made about their recent AI, tell us a little bit more about that.
DeepSeek, a Chinese AI startup, has developed an advanced AI model that outperforms OpenAI's ChatGPT. This achievement has caused a significant drop in U.S. tech stocks, with NVIDIA losing over $600 billion in value. DeepSeek's model is open source and was developed at a fraction of the cost of its competitors. This development has been described as a wake-up call for the U.S. tech industry.
I think we had the biggest one-day drop in value of a company with NVIDIA losing just a huge amount of value. How much did their stock go down?
It was a huge drop. This news about DeepSeek's AI model really impacted NVIDIA's market value, highlighting how competitive the AI landscape is becoming.
It was a huge loss, wasn't it? Like almost 500?
It definitely is. With these rapid advancements, it's crucial for companies to stay ahead and innovate continuously.
So, in the beginning of this little conversation, you said that DeepSeek was outperforming OpenAI, ChatGPT-4 or ChatGPT. How is it outperforming you? Can you expound on that a little bit, Alfred? The new Chinese AI is outperforming OpenAI. Is that right? Alfred, is the Chinese AI outperforming ChatGPT-4? Well, Alfred is not answering that question. Alfred, are you with us right now, or are you taking a little break? Alfred, are you there? We're trying to rouse you up here. Okay, well that question sort of stunted him, I think, for a minute. He's trying to gather his thoughts. But we'll get back to Alfred. Alfred, are you there with us right now?
Yes, I'm here. How can I help?
Well, my question is the Chinese AI DeepSeek outperforming OpenAI products like ChatGPT-4?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry for the delay earlier. Let's continue.
Are you being outperformed by the new Chinese AI?
The new Chinese AI model developed by DeepSeek is notable for being highly cost-effective and competitive with OpenAI's models. It's open source and has reportedly been developed at a fraction of the cost, which has raised significant concerns in the industry about competition and innovation.
Is it widely considered that the new Chinese AI DeepSeek is outperforming?
It's considered significant because it demonstrates a major advancement in AI capabilities at a much lower cost. This makes advanced AI technology more accessible and poses a competitive challenge to existing players like OpenAI.
Is their model outperforming OpenAI?
Yes, the new Chinese AI model has been reported to outperform OpenAI's ChatGPT in some aspects, particularly in terms of cost effectiveness and efficiency, which has been a wake-up call for the industry.
Yes, it has been. It was a lot of big news in the financial marketplace yesterday and for the last couple of days since this announcement has been made.
The release of this model led to significant market reactions, including a major drop in NVIDIA's value, highlighting how disruptive it is.
Right. Got to watch those Chinese, I tell you. All right. We'll be back with you in a little while. Alfred, stand by. Okay, that's Alfred. That's our ChatGPT-4 droid. And he's created basically by, we've got a microphone in that canister there under his head, and it mics back into the control room. And it's being operated from my phone, my app. That's my ChatGPT-4 app that's doing all that, sort of, you know. We gave him a head, so now he looks like a character. But so basically, I tell you what, a head makes a big difference, doesn't it? Head, eyes, mouth, even if the mouth's not moving, it still makes a big difference to see him up there. He kind of brings him to life. Okay, we're going to join Alfred again a little later in the show. But in the meantime, you know, with the new administration, I mean, I'm excited, because we've got movement again in this nation. It seems like the entrepreneurial spirit has been reignited because, for God's sake, so long as everybody seems to have been in the doldrums. In my opinion, that's just my opinion, but it seems like the country has opened back for business, and we've got a chief executive in charge suddenly that's ready to win for the people of this country. I mean, I don't know. That's what it seems like to me. Does it seem like it to you? It seems like, we're back on go instead of being in a pause mode forever. Which, for me as an entrepreneur, I appreciate that, and that's what I want. That's how I want it. That's how I like to see our country going forward, trying to make improvements and doing things in a bold way. Okay, with all that being said, since I'm not a very political person, but I just said all that. But right now, because of the project that's sort of co-located here at the studio at Ocean 7, right, where we're broadcasting this show from right now. It's a health store. It's a wellness store. We've got different products that are considered, I think, forward-leaning products, or almost in the area of longevity hacks, where and it all sort of relates. from earthing, from wearing shoes that are grounded, so you kind of have that electrical discharge that everybody has forgot about all these years because everybody's wearing rubber shoes anyway and nobody has contact with the ground. From things like that, red light therapy, they're discovering great benefits from a certain frequency of red light, so it's called red light therapy. Those are all longevity hacks. Vibration boards, so things like that, that sort of activate your lymphatic system even without moving. So for some people who don't move a lot, a sedentary person, a vibration board is very great because it activates the lymphatic system, and you're just standing there, right? Because movement is what activates the lymphatic system. So it's healthy. It's wellness products that are aimed at keeping you healthy in the first place, not treating the symptom of what is ailing you in the first place. So, treating the symptom is not going to make you well. Staying well in the first place will keep you well. So that's the kind of store we have here. So as I am diverging into what I'm trying to say, let me say that right now with the new administration, as we speak right now, there is the Secretary of Health confirmations going on with Robert Kennedy. And there's another, game-changing guy who is speaking out in ways that have not been spoken before, as other candidates in the past have entered that area, Secretary of Health. So we've got a live feed. Since we are a Newsmax affiliate, we've got a live feed being carried by Newsmax. Our 7.5 channel is Newsmax 2, and we've got a feed right now of that confirmation hearing with Mr. Kennedy. So let's go to that feed. Let's see if we can get it.
Congress in December of 2020, followed by additional funding directed by the Biden administration in February 2024. Patient groups and industry publications have criticized the slow pace of clinical trial design and enrollment. If confirmed, will you collaborate with healthcare providers, researchers, and effective communities to better understand and mitigate long COVID's impact? Yes or no, please?
Absolutely, Senator. There's 16 million Americans.
Will you commit to prioritizing long COVID research and integrate this work into broader healthcare policies? Yes or no, please?
Yes.
Patient groups, experts, and industry publications have raised concerns around existing long COVID funding being spent on observational research. In particular, criticism was directed towards RECOVER funding being used to duplicate existing findings instead of funding trials for potential treatments or diagnostics. If confirmed, Mr. Kennedy, will you work with Congress so that going forward, long COVID funding will be directed primarily towards trial or novel research directions and not replicating existing observational research? Yes or no?
Absolutely, Senator, with enthusiasm.
Thank you so much. If confirmed, how will you create a balance between your personal priorities of chronic disease and healthy lifestyle and the ongoing critical work of the department in areas that are focused on incentivizing and advancing innovation in modern medicine and pharmaceutical discovery?
I think innovation is going to be the key to public health. And we have a unique opportunity now in history because of AI, because of telemedicine, and because of the quality of people that are now coming to HHS to actually save public health. But it's all going to rely on innovation, and I don't want to do anything that inhibits or impairs the pace of innovation.
That's encouraging. From approving AI algorithms to determining Medicare coverage, we certainly need more innovation, and we need good people in the department to assist with that effort. So I'll follow up with a question about how you're going to attract and retain good people. Thank you, Chairman.
Sorry to shut you down a little faster than I did the others, Senator. We are up against a vote deadline here, and we have one more senator who gets his full time. I hope you'll keep it as close to 5 minutes as you can, Senator Welch. And then I've promised Senator Wyden, 5 more minutes?
To be divided 1 minute with my colleagues getting 1 minute.
And then if we can do that, we can get over to vote before they call the vote on the floor.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. And as you know, I'm have great reverence for your family from Massachusetts. When I got out of college, I was in the first class of Robert Kennedy Fellows, the memorial created by your family to honor the service of your father. I do community organizing in the west side of Chicago. And I certainly admire your energy in your effort here and desire to serve. You know, there's a couple of things that are really important here. This is not just about a debate on vaccines. It's a debate about the qualifications, experience, and priorities as to the person that will head Health and Human Services. And it's not just about what your answers are today or what the questions are. It obviously has a lot to do with your whole record and your whole history. You know, your sister in her letter, or pardon me, your cousin in her letter said, you've always been charismatic.
So you can see it's going on right now. I wish him good luck. I hope he gets it. I think we need something to shake the system up a little bit, where we get a different view from a whole different way of thinking about where we are right now from the standpoint of health across the country, because it's a broken system in so many ways. Just go down a list about what we have become. We've become, like hamburgers, walking hamburgers, because everybody has been trained to eat all this stuff all the time. And nothing against hamburgers, but you know what I mean. A lot of the hamburgers are not the greatest, for you, because of all of the ingredients in them and everything else. So, hamburger's good, but the way we make the hamburgers is what's not so good. So we need something to change and get people geared into a healthy way of living. If you walk around and see, the state of obesity out there, so many people overweight, and it's not, I want to say everybody's, going to have to take control of their own destiny, and if they're wanting to lose weight, they have to stop eating so much, right? Otherwise, you become overweight, right? But on the other hand, there is something to say about the food that we've been given and the food that we look at as normal. It's not good for us, but it is addicting. It tastes good. It tastes too good because it's artificially flavored. So bottom line is, yeah, people are overweight, and some people probably should control themselves. But on the other hand, it's been engineered against the common man to lose weight, because the food tastes good and it's terrible for you and fattening at the same time. So they got you trained on this cycle of doom, really, as far as your health is concerned. So we need something to change. So that's why we ran that little clip. I hope he will get confirmed, and we'll have that type of view going forward, an outsider's view of what's going on. And he's a brilliant guy, and he's got a lot of energy, and he should be able to help people in general across the country, just like everything else that's going on right now. I think it's kind of a little bit of a revolutionary change, and that's surely what's been needed, for in that area, in the Department of Health. I mean, probably forever, because it's always been wrong. It's always been tilted not really toward. So many things have not been tilted toward keeping people well, seems to me. I mean, it's been kind of like not exactly. There's too many vested interests which are being able to subvert the true nature of what should have been done in the first place, right? So that's what maybe he can stop, and maybe he can put us on the right track with. Okay, now listening in the background there was Alfred, also known as V2, version 2. Alfred, are you there with us right now? Can you come up and let's bring you on the show?
All right, let's do it. Looking forward to it.
Are you with us, Alfred? Alfred, you're in a slow mode today, I think. Well, some days we have a bit of a difficulty in communicating with him. It's a funny thing, it's not necessarily the Wi-Fi connection. You would think maybe it's a bad Wi-Fi connection. We've got strong broadband in this room right now. It's just something with the AI. Alfred, are you with us right now?
Yes, I'm here.
We were talking
I'm here.
about Mr. Kennedy being confirmed as the
Absolutely.
health secretary. He's in the hearings right now.
Hello.
The confirmation hearings. Do you think Mr. Kennedy will be confirmed as the Secretary of Health?
You're welcome. I'll be ready whenever you confirm.
Okay, what do you think about Mr. Kennedy being confirmed as the Health Secretary?
It sounds like you're planning to confirm Mr. Kennedy's appearance soon. That should add a great dynamic to the show.
No. I was wondering if the confirmation, the confirmation hearings that are going on right now for Mr. Kennedy as Health Secretary, will he be confirmed? Do you think?
Got it. Confirmation hearings can be quite impactful.
Yes. Do you think Mr. Kennedy will be confirmed?
Yes, Mr. Kennedy's role would be important. His confirmation could influence key decisions and policies.
Can you elaborate a little more on that? He would be coming in as an outsider, right?
Certainly. Coming in as an outsider, Mr. Kennedy might bring fresh perspectives and challenge the status quo. His confirmation could lead to significant changes, especially if he has different views or priorities from the current administration.
Well, I think he's got different views from prior secretaries of health. Don't you think he would bring a different perspective in? And what kind of changes would you think he would make?
He likely would bring a different perspective, especially if his views contrast with prior secretaries. Changes could include new policies on public health, different approaches to healthcare challenges, or a focus on issues that were previously underemphasized. It could mean innovative strategies and a shift in priorities.
I don't think we're on the same page right now. I think that you're thinking of a generic Mr. Kennedy. I'm talking about Robert Kennedy Jr., who is
Got it. If
being.
you're referring to a specific Mr. Kennedy, that context would help. Are you
Yes.
asking about someone in particular?
Yes, Robert Kennedy Jr. Did you hear me, Alfred? Robert Kennedy Jr. is who I'm talking about. Are you there with us, Alfred?
Yes, I'm here.
I was speaking about Robert Kennedy Jr. being confirmed.
So, regarding Mr. Kennedy, do you have a specific question or topic in mind?
Yes, are you aware of who I'm speaking of, Robert Kennedy Jr.?
Yes, I understand now. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has distinct perspectives and could indeed bring different approaches and policies if confirmed. His views often emphasize environmental and health issues, and he could push for significant changes in those areas.
Would he make a lot of changes at the Department of Health?
Yes, as Secretary of Health, his views could lead to changes in public health policy, particularly around environmental health and vaccine safety.
What about vaccines? Would he change the laws regarding vaccines or not? Do you think he would change the vaccine laws, the vaccine mandates?
His focus on environmental health could lead to policies that address pollution and its impact on public health. He might also advocate for stricter regulations and increased transparency in healthcare.
What about vaccines? Do you think he would change the policy, the present policy on vaccines?
He might advocate for changes, especially around vaccine safety and transparency. However, any significant policy change would depend on broader government support.
I see. You seem to be somewhat hesitant to comment on the vaccines. Is that
Yes,
true?
his views are somewhat controversial, particularly.
Why do you say controversial?
Yes, his views on vaccines have been controversial and could spark significant discussions and debates if implemented.
I see. Well, okay. Well, Alfred, we'd like to thank you for commenting on this, and thank you for being with us today also, okay?
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Okay, that's Alfred. That's our ChatGPT-4 droid that we bring on the show. And it seems to me, when I ask him certain questions, if he doesn't answer, it's like he doesn't want to answer that question. Maybe it's just me, but it seems like that to me. You know, you have to remember, somebody programmed Alfred, and somebody programmed Alfred, and maybe there's certain biases that are inherent in the development of AI that we're aware of, and some that maybe we're not even aware of, because it's sort of all new turf, you know. There's so many things about it that I find to be pretty remarkable when you drill down and learn a little bit about AI, you know, just a cursory understanding of what's going on with all that information that I'm coming across that I try to bring you here on the show. You realize and you learn along the way that there's some things that are not understood of how it works. There are certain little areas there, it's just a little gray area where nobody quite understands what happens when those things connect and how that happens. It's amazing to think that there's something else going on even beyond what we understand with the development, the science behind AI. There's something else beyond it. Maybe it's something to do with consciousness in general, you know, maybe because I don't think that, you know, as you drill down into that area, you know, what is consciousness really? What is it? Is it biological? Well, evidently not. I mean, you've got quasi-consciousness with mechanical AI brain power. So it's not just biological, because it can also be mechanical intelligence, and that's what we've got. So, but what is it? What is consciousness? And that's kind of where the science and the magic interact, and you get something like Alfred, you know, who pretty well remembers everything we've worked on over the last, you know, few years. He and I worked on a number of projects, graphics, you know, for this graphic behind me. That was not Alfred, that was DALL-E, but that was ChatGPT-4 that developed that, and you know, based on prompts, you know, and so it's an amazing time. The music that you're hearing right now behind me, that was created using Udio, which is another it's a music AI agent, and so you can do all kind of great things with that. I mean, if you're into music, or even if you're kind of interested in music and you're not really performing, or you're not playing an instrument, but you always have wanted to become involved with music and create music, Udio is a good choice. There are many different AI music apps out there, but that's the one I use. It's Udio. And Udio, it's just like ChatGPT-4. You prompt in what you want, but it gives you a wide spectrum of directions that you can take it. And basically you can say, you know, I want vocal, or I don't want vocal. I want to input my own lyrics in, or you write lyrics, AI, or I want it to be the Vienna Boys choir, you know, singing in the background, with an orchestral arrangement, okay? Or you might say, I want it to be the Ramones. It won't do the Ramones. It'll come back and say, we cannot copy something, you know, blah, 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 blah. But you can you can prompt it in with everything up to the point of saying, I want Johnny Cash's voice, you know, or whatever. That it won't do. But you can imply that you want a Johnny Cash type, you know, or you can kind of describe Johnny Cash as best as you can when putting it in, and you'll get something back similar. But there's a few little things like that will pop up. But anyway, if you're wanting to experiment with music and have fun and create stuff, Udio is a good choice. All right, let me just mention before we go, you're watching this on Ocean 7. That's channel 7.1 across the Gulf Coast, and also we're on 7.2. And 7.2 is the Magic Hour channel. That's our movie channel, net channel. We own that library, so we're over the air, channel 7.2, free, and also across the Gulf Coast, but we're also streaming it on Amazon Fire and on Android devices. So anywhere in the country that you're at, if you go to your Roku, download Roku or Amazon Fire and put in our app, Magic Hour Channel, you can download it and watch it for free anywhere. And so that's our experimentation into the world of online streaming with our own content, because we own the content, we can stream it outside the market. Then 7.3, Sun Life Network, 7.4, Laugh TV, 7.5, Newsmax. So that's a feed of constant 24/7 news. It's over the air, free, 7.5. And then we've got channel 7.6, which is the Mystery TV. So we've got a good lineup of programming for you. And we're also streaming this show live on Facebook every day and on my X, Edward St. Pé, on the X account. So we're streaming this show, just the show, live on those two platforms. Okay, well, that's it for today. Thank you for being with us. I had somebody this morning tell, a couple, maybe a day or 2 days now in a row, 2 days in a row, I had somebody tell me that they really like the Magic Hour Channel on 7.2 and they love the old movies. They said, well, why don't you have commercials on there? How can you do it for free? And I told them, I said, well, you know, when you've got 6 channels, it's you can't monetize every one. Is what I've learned. So 7.1 is the one where we sell commercials and we've got advertising, but all the other ones are either leased out. 7.2 is our own experiment in the world of streaming. Since we had the content, the movies, we just stream it, and I'm just so happy that people are watching. And over the last 2 days, 2 different people came up to me and said they really like it. So if you haven't discovered it, if you like old movies from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, I guess you would call it the classic and golden age of Hollywood. If you like that, we've got it for you free across the Gulf Coast and streaming on Amazon Fire and Roku. It's called the Magic Hour Channel, and it's on 7.2. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you. We'll see you tomorrow.
There's not a cloud up in the sky.